Okie dokie. So today's project involved new meaty tires. So I bought 275s again. I bought them the first time, didn't have time. They just sat around collecting dust. So I sold them, didn't even mount them. And then finally I summed up the courage to do it again, made some time in my schedule. So got them mounted and balanced. Achilles ATR 2. So pretty budget, but I drive this car probably like 5 times a year and only on sunny days. So for my purposes, they work great. I also put in, you probably can't really see if this brightens up or not. So I put new springs in there. And I tried doing a bunch of research on some drop springs. They don't make any for these cars anymore. Mustang springs don't work. So what these were, what I used to have was a 2001 Mustang GT. And these springs are, you know, I've got the tag on them. I don't know. You can read that if you want. They made a bunch of different versions of these springs. Some for convertible were different. They have different spring rates than coupe or whatever else that there was at the time. So basically the rears are too short for the car and I don't have adjustable lower control arms. So that's all I needed. I needed to raise the car up a couple inches to match the fronts. So anyways, my budget version of fixing this was to get stock springs for this T-Bird, which the spring rates were similar. So it's Moog 8599 is the spring number, and it's listed as an OEM stock spring for just a Thunderbird. It didn't give any details if it was for a TurboCoupe, because TurboCoupe springs are apparently a couple inches shorter, and it was like the alternative lowering spring for guys who just had LX cars. Yeah, so these are fresh in, these are not settled, so I mean I expect these to lower a little bit with some time, maybe some driving. The gas tank is pretty much empty, and yeah, I got new rubber, which is nice. That's the old rubber. I'm gonna just sell it. It's got like 90% tread. Just don't want the stretch tire on the rear anymore. I'll keep it just for the front. Yeah, still got the 2001 GT springs up front, which did lower the car. And now, because I got a big tire in the back and skinny-ish in the front, I got a bit of a rake, which is nice. The car's gonna ride a lot more proper. I will actually have suspension travel. Let me just show you guys the magnificence of my car. I'm so proud. It's come such a long way. I love this. Anyways, yeah, I just kind of wanted to give that update. Offset is not ideal. It's generic. So I do have spacers on the rear. You can see they're like, I think, a 5/16 spacer. I got that off American Muscle. It helps. They clear quad shocks with these tires. I still have at least like an inch, maybe 2 of clearance. So I could have put wider tires on them. And so that's my fitment. I did roll my fenders a long time ago, so that won't be a problem. I think my axle has shifted a little bit because this tire does stick out a little further. That still shouldn't be an issue with rub. I'm hoping not. I'll have to road test it and see. What I could always do is just take this spacer off this one side and keep it on the other, and that would pretty much make them exactly the same. I would never double stack spacers, it's not safe, and there wouldn't be enough thread on the studs, not without getting extended studs. So anywho, that's what's going on with this car. So much happier. Looks a lot different. Not quite used to it. It's a lot more muscle car like. I mean, I like it. It's going to be functional, so I'm going to be happy. Yeah, I hope these springs settle a little bit. It's not the end of the world if they don't. I will eventually get the adjustable control arms and probably drop it down, and yeah, so. But that's all in good time. So, look at these pretty shiny things. I gotta pop my valve covers off and repolish those. Ugh, I gotta get rid of that. I gotta get a new cap for that brake booster. Yeah, that I didn't know was not clear coated, or it just had some oil on it. I just threw it in brand new and didn't think to paint it, and I didn't think I needed to, but now I wish I did, because that's gonna suck to take out. Anywho, that's all that I've really done. So, yep, happy.